All right, so you know that belief propagation is an exact algorithm only for trees. But if you want to use it for loopy graphs that have some loops, then unfortunately the solution is not exact, so it's an approximate inference. So loopy belief propagation is, I should say, it's an approximate. Because by theoretical things that we have, we don't know until now. We don't know when it converges, how it converges, if it converges at all, how close to the best solution, and for that we have created in different playlists. I have created methods. I have a playlist for variational inference or approximate methods in graphical models. That one of the approaches is variational methods, things like beta approximation, and I've explained that in that playlist. But for now, let's just implement a Python code for very simple loopy belief propagation that goes back to many years ago. This is just a reminder for myself that I should read all of his articles. He's nice. And the procedure that we use for writing a Python code is, first we add the random variables because we have these random variables. Then we add the factors. Let's write it just like a bipartite graph very fast, because it's a bipartite graph. Sorry, these are variables, random variables. And we connect them anytime we don't know the configuration. We connect them to the fact. So these are factors. We usually write it by rectangular form, and these nodes are the random variables. So these are random variables. So first we add random variables, then we add factors to connect them. Then we set the potentials on the factors. For example, this one has a potential of multiplication of this edge and this edge. So for example, and then we set the potential, and then we run the inference, because we assume that let's say in machine learning we have a theta parameter as well. We assume that it's fixed. Then now that we can do inference, we are not in the prediction mode. We can run the inference, and so in this Python code, we are not learning any parameter. We are just assuming that we have learned. We want to do inference. And now we compute the marginals at the end. The marginals, that sum product algorithm that people call belief propagation. And because the graph could be general, it could be loopy, so the algorithm works with, luckily it works for any graph. It converges most of the time. So these are random variables, the set of n random variables, a set of values that each one can take, and the factor variables as well. We have a set of m factors, and so first we have three classes: the graph, the factor, and the random variable. So we only have three classes, and so the graph should have the random variables. First, of course, we will write it as a dictionary, but we can convert it to list because the factors are in list. Because we want to say the random variables plus factor, all of them, we call it node. So there is no difference between those variables. It could be random variable, it could be factor. And the random variable, what we are doing is we use the class random variable to instantiate them, and then we add them to the list of random variables. And then these are simple methods that we write. If it has the random variable, if a graph has a random variable, and we can add a random variable to the graph. And of course, we can name it anything we want. And for the factor, the method of factor, we are still in the graph class, and we add factor by just adding them. So it's a list of factors that we can write. And this is the joint, and this is the still class graph, but this is loopy belief propagation. You know, if you have seen the algorithm of loopy belief propagation, everything is the same. And I will explain these nodes here. That nodes, as I said, are just random variables plus factors. And this is the loopy. We iterate while the current iteration is less than maximum iteration. It is not converged. We iterate until this, because we don't know when it converges, because it's not an exact method, because the graph could have a loop. So it's an approximate method. We should wait until it converges, or we stop it. And the class graph has the initial messages set to 1, all of them set to 1. And the random variable marginals, we can compute them. It's just we just compute them. The marginal, we get the belief, and that's the marginal. And here is the class random variable. We have some name, the values that it can take, the labels, and the factors, because each random variable is connected to factor. So some factor is using this, or another factor can use that random variable. So what are the factors that are connected to this random variable? We put it here. And we initialize that loopy belief propagation. We set to 1. And so in the next slide, I will explain what is get belief, because this is the heart of the algorithm for loopy belief propagation. So get belief gets we get the outgoing for one of the nodes. For all of them, we enumerate for all of the factors, and we just sum them. And then of course we don't use this attach method. It is done internally. And now we are talking about factor class. The same for random variable. For factor, each factor is connected to, it has some, is connected to some random variables. The same thing here. And random variables is just a list. We get outgoing for example, for some random variable, what is the outgoing? We get the outgoing message. So this is the message that we should know. And so recompute outgoing. Just like random variables here, recomputing outgoing. And so we create a graph like this, factor graph. Then we add two random variables, for example, A and B here, A and B. Then we use factors, this A1, this B and A. But when we are defining these factors, we also write their potentials. For example, A could have the factor A. This factor has a potential, this potential, and this one. When we say A is 2 here, it means that it can take two values, 0 and 1. When we say B is 3, it means B can take three values, 0, 1, and 2. And when we say this is 0.3, 0.7, it means the potential for A is 0.3 and 0.7. So it's a unary potential. You know, we have unary potentials and binary potentials, IJ. And so this is a binary potential. And if you write it at IntelliJ IDE, which is a great IDE, I use it for both Java and Python, you will see that we have the current outgoing messages. We have the marginals for all random variables. We had two random variables, A and B. So this is marginal for A, this is marginal for B. For example, what is the probability that A gets the value, discrete value 0? Is this. What is the probability that A gets value 1? Is this.